Oddly, becoming a Girl Scout leader opened the door to my career as a Jewish educator. In 1966, Joe Goldman, my rabbi at Temple Micah in Denver, asked if I would teach a 6th grade religious school class, as the teacher had quit. At that time, I had a minimal Jewish education, no college degree, and what's more, I was a graduate of a Quaker high school. "What makes you think I'd be a good teacher?" I asked in surprise. "Well," he replied, "I know you're a good Girl Scout leader." This was such a funny, sweet answer that I decided to give it a try. Rabbi Joe supplied me with a massive reading list on Judaism. It was filled with weighty tomes such as A History of the Jews by Abram Sakar and Major Trends in Jewish Mysticism by Gershom Scholem. I tackled it immediately. Excited and motivated, I went back to college at DU and obtained my undergraduate degree. It soon became clear that lecturing from the textbook wasn't working for the kids, so I threw out the traditional way of teaching and brought my own excitement into the classroom. My students became involved in debates, in plays, and interesting projects. Learning became fun for them and for me. I had found my calling. The following year, Rabbi Joe and I created an innovative religious school program. Junior high school students attended religious school only once a month, but for the entire weekend. We hired experienced and exceptionally creative teachers. Working as a team, we designed intensive monthly weekends, each based on a theme and using many and varied experiential teaching methods. We called it the Temple Micah Conference Plan. The program, a huge success, was widely copied by over 50 Reform congregations. I loved the energy and synthesis that came from this collaboration, which was the first of many in my life. One day, I had a wild inspiration. I would create a week-long summer workshop for Jewish college students who were interested in Jewish education. They would study text and pedagogy with experts, write creative curriculum, and we would publish it. I collaborated with Rabbi Louis Bogage and Bert Gerard, a talented East Coast educator. The first of 4 Rocky Mountain curriculum planning workshops took place at Camp La Forêt in the summer of 1967. The curricula we produced were used in congregations of all denominations for many years. I'm really proud of the fact that many of our participants became rabbis, educators, and leaders in the Reform movement. Additionally, the publications became a significant factor in the renewal that took place in liberal Jewish education. Their influence on educators, students, and even publishers of Jewish textbooks was pervasive. Soon after, in partnership with Rabbi Raymond Zwerin, I founded ARE Publishing, Inc. Together, we created and distributed innovative materials for teachers and students in Jewish schools all over the English-speaking world. During the 30 years that Rabbi Zwerin and I had the company, ARE published over 500 titles. I met my late husband, Fred Marcus, while studying for my master's degree at Hebrew Union College in LA. We shared a passion for Jewish education. Part of his life's mission was educating about the Holocaust. Fred and his father had escaped the Nazis in Berlin and fled to Shanghai in 1939, where they lived for 10 years. Fred had a deep desire to reconcile the warm memories of his childhood with post-war Berlin. We traveled together to over 100 countries, yet every year he insisted we stop in Germany to visit the sights and sounds of his youth. As a refugee in Shanghai, Fred had written daily in a diary about his experiences. For years, I implored him to translate these writings and to fashion them into a book, but sadly, he died in Bavaria on one of our trips before he was able to do so, and it fell to me to take on the task. It means a lot to me that Survival in Shanghai, The Journals of Fred Marcus, 1939-49, was published in 2008. Fred's drive and commitment to educate people about the Holocaust inspired me to found the annual Fred Marcus Memorial Holocaust Lecture as a way to honor him and continue his work so that the Holocaust is never forgotten.